Hi, I'm Aisha. You are watching Educational Hub. Crafting and disseminating a research paper holds significant value for academics, researchers, and scientists. Publishing in a well-regarded journal with a high impact factor can lead to scholarship opportunities and funding for research and development projects, enhancing your professional profile. In this video, you can discover all the necessary information to compose an impactful research paper, along with a sample format for reference. What is a manuscript? A manuscript is a scholarly document that a researcher composes and submits for publication in academic journals. These manuscripts undergo evaluation by peer reviewers selected by the journal editors to ensure the quality of the publication. As a result, published manuscripts assist other researchers in the discipline in comprehending the research methods, experiments, and outcomes of the study. Scientific journals release various kinds of manuscripts that align with the specific focus and criteria of the research articles they accept. Additionally, journals publish several categories of articles, including original research articles, review articles, short reports or letters, case studies, and methodologies. 1. Research paper. This is the most common type of journal manuscript. It may be called an original article, research article, or just an article, depending on the journal. The original research format is suitable for many different fields and different types of studies. It includes the full introduction, methods, results, and discussion sections. 2. Review articles. Review articles provide a comprehensive summary of research on a certain topic, and a perspective on the state of the field and where it is heading. They are often written by leaders in a particular discipline after an invitation from the editors of a journal. Review research articles are often widely read and cited. These articles are read by researchers looking for a full introduction to a field. 3. Short communication. Short communication articles are papers that communicate brief reports of data from original research. Subsequently, editors believe this article will be interesting to many researchers. So, the submitted article likely stimulates further research in the field. As they are relatively short, the format is useful for scientists with results that are time-sensitive. For example, those in highly competitive or quickly changing disciplines. The short communication format often has strict length limits. Therefore, some experimental details may not be published until the authors write a full original research manuscript. Also, this type of article is sometimes called brief communication. 4. Case studies. The case study article reports specific instances of interesting phenomena. A goal of case studies is to make other researchers aware of the possibility that a specific phenomenon might occur. Also, this type of study is often used in medicine to report the occurrence of previously unknown or emerging symptoms. 5. Methods paper. These types of manuscripts present a new experimental method, test, or procedure. The method described may either be completely new or may offer a better version of an existing method. Effective communication and writing skills are crucial for every researcher to ensure that the reader or reviewer comprehends your ideas accurately. An academic writing approach is necessary for conducting research. Typically, academic and creative writing are included in a scholar's research training. Before beginning to write a research paper, it is important to develop the following 4 skills for producing a quality paper. Some of the key skills necessary for composing a research paper. Researchers typically possess a foundational level of proficiency in these skills, which they can further enhance throughout their doctoral studies. Additionally, the research process itself contributes to the enhancement of these skills for the researcher. 1. Writing style. The writing style is very important when it comes to academic writing. Everyone must understand how to construct a sentence, a paragraph, and an entire chapter. Also, the sentence should be in active voice. Scholars learn it during the academic writing process, but there are many fantastic books available to improve writing style that can be used to improve the skill easily. 2. Vocabulary. Usage of vocabulary in academic writing is very important to write descriptive, analytical, and explanatory verbs repeatedly in the thesis or research paper. It requires a good vocabulary collection to avoid being repetitive and using multiple different verbs every time. When a verb becomes repetitious, you should know what synonyms you can use to replace it. Academic writing does not necessitate a large vocabulary, but scholars should be familiar with key English terms that will assist them in writing the research. 3. Language skills. A good research paper writing skill requires scholars to write in English with good proficiency. Scholars can ask someone with a stronger command of the English language to proofread the research paper. Checking the written research article twice before submitting it to the journal will reduce the review comments related to grammatical correction. 4. Data interpretation and reasoning. Data interpretation and reasoning abilities are also required to write a good research paper because scholars must think and determine the causes of a result. Good writing must determine what the possible causes, solutions, and explanations are for a situation. Journal reviewers may find it easy to grasp the work if the data is interpreted correctly. 1. Title. The title of a manuscript should indicate the theme of the research work. It should be clear, specific, and attractive to the readers to read the article. 2. Abstract. An abstract in research papers can be defined as a synopsis of the paper. It should be clear, direct, self-contained, specific, unbiased, and concise. These summaries are published along with the complete research paper and are also submitted to conferences for consideration for presentation. Structured abstracts are used by most journals because they are more organized and have clear sections, usually including introduction, background, objective, design, settings, and participants, or materials and methods, outcomes and measures, results, and conclusion. Unstructured abstracts are common in social science, humanities, and physical science journals. They usually have one paragraph and no specific structure or subheadings. These abstracts are commonly used for research papers that don't report original work and therefore have a more flexible and narrative style. Descriptive abstracts are short, 75 to 150 words, and provide an outline with only the most important points of research papers. They are used for shorter articles such as case reports, reviews, and opinions where space is at a premium, and rarely for original investigations. These abstracts don't present the results but mainly list the topics covered. Informative abstracts, structured or unstructured, give a complete detailed summary, including the main results, of the research paper and may or may not have subsections. 3. Introduction. The introduction should clearly address the significance and impact of the manuscript. 1. The research on a particular area may be intensively published so that describing novelty is of significance. 2. It should have a clear point regarding the advancement or improvement and a motivation to carry out the research work. 3. Discuss the literature pertaining to the work and identify the research gap. 4. The literature review should take into consideration the current state of the literature. 5. Frame the objectives of the study clearly based on the research gap. 6. It is suggested to write the introduction and conclusion last, once the skeleton of the manuscript becomes clear. 4. Literature review. A literature review is a study of scholarly sources in a particular research area. The literature review provides knowledge about the current scenario. This allows you to find the appropriate methods, theories, and research gaps in the existing research works. It is a process of analyzing and evaluating the research work to get a better understanding of your topic. 5. Methodology. The methodology should elaborate on how the research study was conducted. It includes experimental procedure, steps followed, preparation methods, instrumentation used, and formula. The readers should get a clear vision of how the research study was carried out by reading the methods section. 6. Results and discussion. The results and discussion section of any manuscript are discussed in detail the research findings. The discussion needs to be beyond the findings and emphasize more on the claims. The interpretations of the experimental results should be explained scientifically and logically in line with fundamental science and principles. To support the findings, the results can be expressed in any format: plots, models, expressions, etc. The results reported in your manuscript should be original, reliable, and reproducible. The results obtained in the present study may also be compared with the results reported in the literature. 7. Conclusion. It includes a summary of the research findings and the overall impression of the study. A good conclusion will complete the article's arguments, research outcome, and further scope of studies. It should be strong enough to convince the researchers. 8. References. Citing references at appropriate places in the paper is necessary and important to avoid plagiarism. When you cite a reference, make sure that you understand its relevance to your research work. The references should be listed at the end of the manuscript, and each journal has its own referencing style. 9. Acknowledgement. The authors can submit a brief acknowledgement of any financial, instrumentation, and academic support received pertaining to research work. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe my channel for more informative videos.